The world and age we live in today, especially in Nigeria, there are several fintech platforms like Piggyvest to Carrywise to Invest Niger to, I don't know, like a lot more. Trove, Bamboo, just think of all of them. I was able to save up my first million naira within 2 years of graduating from university, and I know this is a dream a lot of the people that watch me today want to achieve. I'm going to be sharing with you 4 steps I took to save up my first million. If you know you're interested in knowing this, then definitely watch till the end. Now, the first step to saving up your first million is really about your mindset and intentionality about becoming a millionaire. Now, the millionaire status is something that a lot of us have not been used to, or you've not really gotten there because you're just graduating, which is fine. But I promise you that if you don't position your mindset to become a millionaire, then even when you have a million naira in your bank account, you would always self-sabotage yourself to bring yourself back to where your mindset is. I've seen a lot of people save up their first million, but after having the money, they go ahead to spend it on other things that are not necessarily goal-oriented, and they bring themselves back to the level which their mindset is. For you to become a millionaire and stay as a millionaire, you have to think like one. It's all about your mindset. Do you even believe that you can be one? Do you believe that you're worthy to be one? Do you think that you can take active steps today to eventually position you as one? You need to believe. Now, the second step I took is I had a goal, and I knew what my ambition was for that goal. For example, you want to become a millionaire. Why? You want to save up your first million naira. Why? Why do you want to do it? I think a famous person said, if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So now, I will teach you how to save up your first million naira, but why exactly do you want to save up your first million? What do you want to use it for? In all fairness, I was saving up my first million then to buy a car. I wanted to buy a car, a small car that could serve me at that time, and that was why I was saving up my first million naira. You need to have your why. Why? Is it to start a business? Is it to go to school? Is it to, set up maybe a fashion, fashion business online? Is it to start your content creation business? Is it to buy a car or, save up towards something? Is it to start investing? You need to know why. Why exactly do you want to save up your first million naira? When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. For the second step I took to actively become a millionaire is to ask myself why. Why exactly was I saving up this money? And that's why kept me driven, focused, and just set on the goal, and I was able to achieve it at the right time. Now, the third step I took is I picked a platform. In the world and age we live in today, especially in Nigeria, there are several fintech platforms like Piggyvest to Carrywise to Invest Niger to, a lot more. Trove, Bamboo, just think of all of them. There are several platforms today, but your why, which you have answered in number 2, is going to determine the platform you use to save up your money, right? So think of it. I was saving up for the short term. I wanted to buy a car, and so I knew that I couldn't take a long-term approach to this savings, right? I knew that I wanted to invest it or save it in short-term platforms that could help me achieve my goal. And a practical example of how I did mine is actually using 2 platforms, Piggyvest and Carrywise. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am based in Lagos, Nigeria, and these platforms are very popular in Nigeria today. And so on Piggyvest, I utilize the SafeLock platform. The SafeLock is what allows you to lock your money in for a particular period of time, right? And for locking your money in for that particular period of time, you get advantage of a higher interest compared to saving it in your bank account, compared to, just leaving it in the other platforms that are within, the system or the app today. So I used the SafeLock platform. And one interesting thing I did was, for my SafeLock platform, I knew the date I wanted to buy the car. It was towards my birthday, right? So towards the end of the year, November. For my SafeLock then, I decided to put in the money. And for putting in the money with SafeLock, you have the liberty to take your interest upfront. For example, if the interest rate was 20% and I had put in 100,000, I had the liberty of taking my 20,000 naira naira upfront. Now, what I did, which is alluding to my fourth point, and I'll speak more, is I now went ahead to reinvest the interest I got, right? So I put in 100,000 naira as my first saving ever, right? I got 20%, which is 20,000 naira as my interest rate. That 20,000 naira, I invested it again in another safe lock. And so I had 20,000 naira, and the 20% on that 20,000 naira, I invested it again. And so what I did was just increase my capital of 100,000 naira by just reinvesting and reinvesting and reinvesting my interest. I grew it to like 130,000 naira within a day, right? And this increased my potential of getting to my million naira goal faster. And so every month I would go on PiggyVest Safe Lock and do this strategy over and over and over and over again. Can tell you that based on the quota I had set for PiggyVest, based off also my discipline to reinvest my interest, it was very smooth to get to my million naira goal. So I mentioned I used two platforms. That was PiggyVest. Now the second platform I used was CarryWise, and CarryWise was more investment focused, but because I had a short-term ambition to buy a car, I utilized the different things on CarryWise that were short-term. Example is mutual funds. Now, what is mutual funds for those of you that don't know? Mutual funds is a pool of funds. For example, rather than you choosing to buy government bonds yourself and buy the shares of this company yourself and buy commercial papers, no. What a mutual fund does is the guy behind the system, the guy that knows all of these things, he basically is the one investing. But rather than you having to do it by yourself, he will set up a mutual fund. He will put all of these things, government bonds, stocks and shares, commercial papers, in one fund and ask you to buy out of that fund, right? So for me, I did not need to go and start learning, okay, which shares should I buy, which stocks should I buy, and even knowing that stocks and shares are more long-term assets versus short-term. So I bought a mutual fund which will mature in 3 months. Right? So mutual funds, typically after 3 months, 90 days, you should be able to pull out your money. So I went for that approach. But then, because I also knew that, okay, I wanted to leave this money till the end of the year-ish, I went for more equity-focused mutual funds. They give you higher interest rates compared to your money market mutual funds. Now, I'm using a lot of big words. What do they mean? Equity-focused mutual funds just means that a higher percentage of your money is going into equity, stock, shares, and things like that, versus money market mutual funds, which means that a higher percentage of your money is going into money market instruments. For example, treasury bills, for example, commercial papers and things like that, right? So I knew that because my goal had like a timeline, it was November, I could choose to give myself, just like a window to be more adventurous. I'm also quite young, so I can take equity risk and things like that. And I went for an equity-focused mutual fund. Note that I did not use this money to buy shares directly because I could not guarantee that between January and December, this money, if I use it to buy shares, would have given me X% interest rate. No, I went for a safer option because I had a short-term ambition, right? By focusing on mutual funds, though they were equity inclined, but they were still mutual funds, which is safer and short-term oriented versus shares, direct shares and stock, which is long-term oriented. So what's the third step I took? I picked a platform that worked for my goal. If you know, for example, your goal is to save up $1 million to invest, right? Then you can be more adventurous. Maybe think of, government bonds, think of commercial papers, think of things that you don't necessarily need it within a year, right? If you know your goal, for example, is to start a business with it, and you know that you want to start this business 1st of January 2027, then you know that you have to think of a platform that is more short-term focused, right? So pick a platform that works well with your why. If you have more questions and details, or you have more questions to really ask, okay, Faith, here is my ambition, here is my goal, how best do I know which platform to use for my goal? I offer a one-to-one coaching session. There's a link in the description box. You should fill it, and then we can help you pick a platform that best works for your ambition. That's the third, and I would even say most important step that I used. Now, the fourth and final step I used is the power of compounding, right? And I started talking about it a bit with my Safe Lock expenditure, but compounding is the ability for you to say, even after I have gotten my interest. For example, if you do mutual funds, if you do safe lock, you have access to interest. What exactly do you do with that interest? Compounding is the ability for you to say, okay, you know what, I will reinvest this interest, and the interest that it brings, I would reinvest it. What you are doing by following this system is you are allowing your money to work for you, and you are allowing the fruits of your money to continue to work for you, and you're allowing the grandchildren of the fruits of your money to continue to work for you. But if you take a different approach to you spend all your interest, then what happens by the end of the time when you're done investing? All you have access to is really the money you put in. But how about you take a different approach of reinvesting the interest you get back from all of these savings or investment, and then using it to utilize what? To eventually get to your ambition. A good example is for me now. So to meet my million naira goal, I had to save up consistently on PiggyVest and Cowrywise over an extended period of time. But I can promise you that when the money matured, it was much more than the 1 million naira. Why? Because I'd saved up a million naira, but I got additional interest that made my entire fund at the end of the day much more than a million naira. And so I was able to buy my car. Right? And so what happens when you choose to compound or when you choose to delay gratification by not taking out the interest is you give yourself a buffer for inflation. A good example is you want to buy a phone and you are saving up a million naira. So you priced the phone by January and they said this phone is on a million naira. So you're like, okay, I would save up my money for this phone, right? By December, the likelihood of that phone being a million naira is very slim. But if you have chosen to keep and reinvest your interest, maybe at the end of the day, you have 1.2 or 1.3 million naira. So even if this phone is now 1.1 million naira, you have the full money complete. Even if it's 1.2 million naira, you have the full money complete because you have chosen to reinvest your interest. So these 4 steps is how I was able to make my first million. It's having the first mindset, first of all, that a million is not beyond me. I am much more. I am a billionaire. I'm not just a millionaire. I'm a billionaire. Having that money mindset. Number 2 is what? Having a goal. Why exactly are you saving? Is it to start a business? Is it to invest? Is it to buy a car? What exactly are you saving up for? Number 3 is pick a platform that suits your needs. And number 4 is give it time. Give it time. Let it compound. Leverage your interest upon interest to grow, and you see that you have even much more than you anticipated. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Share your millionaire stories in the comment section. I'll be looking forward to it. And like I mentioned, if you really want to have a one-on-one session for us to figure out the apps, the platforms that are best suited to your ambition, click the link in the description box and I'll have a session with you. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel if this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.